Now, you guys remember when we spoke about Ezra, one of the ex-musicians back at ECG who left not so long ago. He was kind of like confirming that, you know what, the things that are being exposed, particularly the Botswana lady who recently said, hey, Mandem was asking for proposal. He was there saying, you know, y'all should have listened to Mandams when Mandams was talking. Now, this is going to be part 3. Particularly, I want to show you that he was really validating some of the things that were being said back there. If you remember Ezra, he was a musician at ECG. You can see him over there when he was still singing over at the church. And there's actually an article here. If we open that particular article, it actually goes to lay out this particular thing of him being over there, particularly by that particular period. Before we go to the reaction of one of the biggest hints showing that he is saying or validating the exposures of Papa Bush, before I show you the video that he played, just give me a second and let's go through some of the things that he posted before, showing that he was validating it. It's the Rex Reality Show, the Daily Christian Commentary video. It's the first time over here. Do be sure to check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments. And when you are done over there, give this video a like. It does help it out in the algorithm. Exposure. Ah! Hey! Papa Bush must be hiding under the carpet. Exposure. And so let me show you that particular article that was written by the time when he left the church. This is the article, Ezra. Why do I keep saying Ezra? Ezra and Bushiri's toxic breakup. And so it says that the musician claims he was not fired, but he left on his own. Ezra has rubbished the claims made by Bushiri's ECG church that he was fired for misconduct. Miss what? For misconduct. So now, why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because on the last episode I explained there is a tendency at ECG to make other people look bad or other people look evil, wicked. When a person leaves the church, they are labeled, or we are told, or everybody else is told, this is why they left. They were a terrible person, or people were out there singing in clubs. Whereas in his testimony, he says clearly, how I left because I was in a bad position, but also I did hear that there was gripping issues, you know, Papa Bush took that, you know, from him. I did hear. I don't know. Are those claims valid or anything like that? I did hear, hey, but they took. It's not a funny matter. It's not a thing. But I want you to see, how did he think it, right? So they speak about the breakup here or the time when he left. He says, no, I left for my own reasons. I didn't leave for the reasons that they are giving you. Now, if you go back into his post, okay? Mistreatment at ECG is very common. On the next episodes, you will see it, but also I want to also highlight the subject matter of the cult aspect of ECG, particularly for leadership. I'm going to say leadership. Yeah, I'll come to the followers. I'm talking to leadership at the moment. You, who's busy playing lawyer, come up here, you are busy. Calm down. Scapapa too much. Wait, give us a second. Don't worry, we'll show it to you that over there it's not happening. Now, this is the video that he played. Okay? This is the video that he played. I'll come back to this video. It was posted 3 days back. It's of Jordan Peterson. By the time when Jordan Peterson was really considering that Christianity is true and the Bible might be a book worth listening to. We're going to come back to it because there's a certain phrase that he says there that really validates that he was reacting to those claims. But even more, okay? So if you go back down here, he posted me dancing at church with a pure heart. And he shows himself, he shows this little video of this kid over there. and you can see the kid dancing and thinking, that's a day when Papa Bush was exposed. That day, okay? And then the next post was him with, danger, khafat, that skull thingy. Which, like in a lot of signs, for people that are outside South Africa, there's this sign where there's maybe electrical thingy or whatnot, where they will put a sign of a skull saying, hey, danger, khafat, ingos. So he puts that sign and then he puts this picture showing that he puts that sign there and he puts the picture of himself crying and saying, you know what? It's happening. Shapa. Shapa. And so in the comment section, there were people that kind of spotted it to say, oh, okay, that actually is a reference to what is happening on thing. Now, if you actually go back, scroll, and then the first person says, hey, you told us long ago. They are not saying, they're speaking in code. Like you told us, hey, kwa, marao kwa. There's a lot of things that are dodgy man business over there. Another person says, hey, go deeper. You see that? So people are spotting, or, oh, okay, it's about that man them. Another person says, I'll see you in church tomorrow. I'm glad to hear that you are still in church. Yeah, we shouldn't leave church because we had a bad experience. The church is still true. Okay? Now, that was the other reaction. And so you scroll up to the latest post, then he shows a video of himself dancing in a scenario. Okay, dancing for myself. Okay, found myself. Now, the next post that came after that was a song. And in this song, I'm going to switch off the audio because, it's his song, right? Don't want copyright issues. But if you read, it says, Mayday, Mayday, okay? Call security, things are out of hand, basically. That's what the particular post says. So what things are out of hand? The things that are happening at ECG that might have been hidden are now exposed. It's getting out of hand over there, okay? And so that was another hint that he was actually hinting at the exposures or validating some of the exposures of what we were seeing them. Somebody kept asking me, Ricky, what is that? Yes, this is a microphone. If I do this, you'll hear noise. It's a Wi-Fi. It's a wireless microphone. All right. I'm just answering for those people that were asking. And in the song, he says, they would rather see me dead. What. So it's clear he's reacting to things. Then he scroll up, he shouts out his team, and he did speak about this part. We spoke about it on the last one where we said he spoke about that the church didn't help him. The ECG church didn't help him in his career. It was TikTok that actually did that. You remember that post. Now, the reaction of the video. What does the video say? Which validates that, before I show you the last point, that shows that he was really reacting to things, right? To the exposures. This is what it says.
Beginning of wisdom. It's like, I've never, in all my years as a clinical psychologist, and this is something that really does terrify me, I have never seen anyone ever get away with anything at all, even once.
I've never seen anyone ever get away with anything even once, he said. Now, you can go and watch the rest of the video. I don't want to make this video too long, right? But the last thing that I'm going to show you that he was really reacting to the exposures, you can go and listen to the rest of the video. This was the time when Jordan Peterson was saying, you know what? I'm not a Christian, but I ascribe to the views and the values, but also I consider that that book might be true. That's the time when he was going through that period. So later on, he posted new music coming out and all that, right? So you might think, okay, but Ricky, is that the last one? No, the last one is the icing on the cake. The last one is what? Is the icing on the cake. If you go back to the time when Prophet Suddenly movie came out, he posted, check this movie, then check the red flags in reality. So in your reality. So you are in that church of Professor. Go check this movie, you will see. Do you see what's going on? When the Prophet suddenly movie came out, he was there saying, y'all guys should go check this movie because that movie is a hint for a lot of things that are in your reality. Interesting. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting. But on top of that, icing on the cake. Right? Icing on the cake for this entire subject to show that he was really reacting to the content that she was exposing, right? To the things that she was exposing, showing that he had seen, or it shows that he had seen the posts that were happening on the other side. Now, she made a post and he actually reacted to that post. Okay? Yes. To show that he actually did see this post that was happening. Right? Right here. You can see she shared his video. So there she is. You remember? Right? So there she is. There is a post. I don't know if that's her. I don't know. But that's her profile. That's that profile that was exposing. And you can see she's still posting Bushiri things there. Now, she shared a song where he's hinting at certain things. And you can see him down there in the comment section right there. So he did see her post. And just like other people were saying, hey, you did warn us way before. And so for people who are there, they know these things. They come out, they might speak in code, speak in signs. The mistreatment they know. Some people's girlfriends were stolen. And that becomes the wake-up call for them to leave. For them, that becomes the last straw to say, okay, I really need to get my life in order here. Where am I? Right? And so for them, that becomes the wake-up call for a lot of Mandams. And for him, I don't know, is that the case? Because I didn't hear that. Alongside his story, they said that Mandam left because they stole his thing. But also, people thought he was made well off by the church. He's like, nah, Mandams didn't even have a single thing when he went back, if you remember in the last video. So people that are there or people that have been there have certain reactions towards that stuff. And the post that he's making here, he's saying that stuff is valid. The problem is people are not listening. He even says, there's a post where he says, we have to put things in songs. Actually, I think I forgot showing you that particular part. On his profile, on that Zuma post, the post which has Zuma on the face there, if you read the caption on that video, on that post, you will see, he says, until we write things in songs. So basically, there are things that they are writing there in their songs that you might not realize. They're actually giving you hints that things are out of order. Things are out of hand. You remember the code in the song? So yeah, tell me what you think. It's the Rich Reality Show. We do daily Christian commentary videos. Don't stay there. Because don't wait for things to go bad when you are there. When it's a cult, it's a cult. But on the next episode, I will show you with clear. On the next episode on this series, I will show you that this is stuff that's really happening. And I will show you by documents from ECG. Don't worry, relax. The Rich Reality Show with the daily Christian commentary videos. Other videos down today, they'll be down in the pin comments. And we don't miss. We don't miss. Aim. Y'all know what it is.